Today, you are going to learn about what to look for in a protein bar. I'm going to look at what to look for in the best sort of protein bar for you that can get you to where you want to go, whether it be your fat loss goals, your muscle gain goals, or basically just general nutrition. So without further ado, let's get into it. What we're going to do this first is we're going to do a taste test. And then we're going to go into what the macros, calories are for each of these and what exactly you should be looking for. Because we're going to go off what tastes best. I'm not even going to look at the general calories of each. We're just going to go based off that. Now, the way I chose these was literally I walked down the aisle in CVS and I just grabbed the protein bars that were there, literally. Now, the protein bars that aren't here that you sometimes might see are things like Kind bars, Cliff bars, or nothing but egg protein bars, those simple ones. Perfect bars. The reason why is those, I don't really consider those even close to being a protein bar. Those are really just like candy bars. The macros aren't great on them. They're usually very high in fat, higher in sugar. So that's why I didn't consider that, but also they just weren't in the aisle I was down. And I was with my son. I'm just gonna take a little bite of each one. And I'll tell you what each bar is. Ooh. So the first bar we have up here, this is a no cow dipped protein bar. So it's a dairy-free bar. It's 20 grams of plant protein, 1 gram of sugar, 4 net carbs. Now, you already know my feelings about net carbs, but if you don't, they don't really matter. Really what we're looking at is total carbohydrate. So we've got 26 grams of carbohydrate, 6 grams of fat, 20 grams of protein, 200 calories. There's also 14 grams of fiber in this, which means, good Lord, you might be farty from this. We just checked, I just want to check the ingredients here so we can see. Because when it's a plant-based protein, ideally you'll have a mix of pea and rice protein. That is considered nature's whey protein. It has a similar amino acid profile of a whey protein. So you're going to want to make sure that it's not just hemp protein, that it's not pea protein alone or pumpkin protein alone. Like, you want to make sure that it's a blend of rice and pea protein, and that is going to give you your bang for your buck. So what we can see here is pea protein crisp, pea protein, and rice starch. So I'm going to say that is a mix of it. Just letting you know, there is ethanol in this because, again, it is there's only 1 gram of sugar. There's sugar alcohols in it. Ethanol, I happen to be a little allergic to it. So when I consume it in large quantities, I either shit my pants or fart a lot. So that's why I'm saying there is a chance I'm going to be farty from this. So, no cow. Wow. Oh, shit. Yeah. Look. Oh my God. Okay. That tasted like if you rubbed sandpaper. Whoa. Ugh. That's horrible. Okay. That is one of the worst tasting things I've ever tried. It immediately got dry in my mouth as soon as I put it in there. It tasted like sand mixed with like burnt coffee. This is chocolate salted caramel. That was fucking disgusting. I don't know why anyone would want that, but I will say for 200 calories, you get 20 grams of protein. Not too bad. 26 grams of carbohydrates. And fat is only 6 grams. So what I'll say here is it annoys me that they say there's only 4 net carbs. We have to do the actual math on here, which maybe I'll do, and we'll see that it's probably more than 200 calories. But 20 grams of protein, not too bad. But taste-wise, tastes like donkey dick, so that was not good. All right, what do we got here next? Next, we got a pure protein chocolate deluxe bar. So there's only 3 grams of sugar in it, 180 calories, 21 grams of protein. There are some sugar alcohols, which means I probably will get farty. Now the difference between these two, this has 2 grams of dietary fiber. This has this had like 15, 14 grams of dietary fiber. 14. Probably why this tastes like butt, but also because it's plant-based. Now this one has 2 grams of dietary fiber, but only 17 grams of carbohydrates. So you have 26 grams here, 17 grams here, and 21 grams of protein. So less calories, 180 calories. I don't think they're doing, I would have to find out, see if they subtracted fiber from carbs, but I don't think they did on here because they don't say anything about net carbs, which means they try not to do that. So they're going to give this one a try. So this, again, this is the Pure Protein Chocolate Deluxe.
Actually really fucking good. Very chewy. Most protein bars are. But this one actually tastes like chocolate. It doesn't taste like sawdust dipped in dog shit. So, Pure Protein, really good calories, 108 calories, 21 grams of protein. Not crazy amounts of fiber, so you won't shit your pants. And not crazy sugar alcohols. So, again, it's not a big deal to have sugar alcohols. It's just more along the lines, if your stomach is sensitive to that, you're going to want to be aware of that. Because some people get farty. I'm one of them. But really, really tasty. Like, I would totally, if I was in a gas station and saw this and I needed a protein bar, needed some protein, this would be something good. I'm going to do this taste test. This is 30 grams of protein. This is a Met RX bar. It's called a Big 100. This is a meal replacement bar. So I already hate that. You can't, I wouldn't replace a meal with a bar. That's just not what it is. I view a protein bar as like a deliberate snack. It's something to hold you over between meals, but would I try to jam pack all those calories into a bar? No, doesn't usually work out. There's 30 grams of protein, 17 vitamins and minerals. I'm going to wait to read the back until after I try this so I can just go in a judgment. So this is apple pie crisp. It looks like, fucking looks like a candy bar. Like that, there's just like sugar on top, rock solid candy bottom. Like the center is really fucking hard. Like this, I don't even know if I'm afraid of breaking my teeth, but I'm going to take a bite. I'm not gonna lie. When I first took a bite of it, it tasted exactly like Apple Jacks. I don't know if you remember that cereal, a little regular cereal that tasted just like that. That tasted like my childhood. It's still in my teeth. Tasty, weird texture. Now this bar, this one bar, which is a little bit bigger than the other ones, has 390 calories in it. Right, so like they do say it's a meal replacement bar, but it's 390 calories. Total fat is 9 grams, nothing too crazy. Protein is 30 grams of protein, okay? But there's only 1 gram of fiber, and there's 48 carbohydrates, 29 of which are coming from sugar. Okay, now sugar isn't bad. It's not something to demonize here. However, this is like a fucking candy bar, like a big candy bar. And because there's not a lot of fiber in it, probably not very satiating. Like the benefit of these two thus far, even though this one tastes like sawdust dog shit, this one was very good, is there's more fiber in it, which will help with hunger and fullness a bit more. This is just highly palatable. You're very likely to go through this very fast because it is very, very sweet. Tastes like a piece of apple pie. Yeah, so my opinion on this is a fucking glorified candy bar. It's not a meal replacement. This is not a meal, okay? If you're in a bind, I totally get it, but I would have someone, or even myself, I would rather see someone do like a protein bar and a piece of fruit. Just because you get added fiber there, you'll get the extra calories. So even if there's 180 calories and you have like a banana, which is like 90 calories, like you're still coming in less than this, but you'll be more satiated and you will have hit more fiber, right? So it's just another way to look at it. Now this is Bear Bells cookies and cream bar. I absolutely love cookies and cream. Now they say there's 20 grams of protein, no added sugar. All right, we're gonna take one bite. Oh, my stomach doesn't feel right after that. That's gross. Oh, a little big bite. This is my favorite. It actually stayed, I hate this word, moist while I ate it. Nothing stuck in my teeth. Very soft. This one is also soft. This one, again, fucking sawdust. This one will break your teeth. Listen to that. That's like a brick. Why would you eat that? Anyway, okay. So this is the Bear Bells bar. Let's see the nutrition on that. So we got 20 carbs. We've got 3 grams of fiber. We've got 200 calories, 7 grams of fat, 20 grams of protein, 5 sugar alcohol. Calorie-wise, you have to consider here, this has 21 grams of protein. It's pure protein. This has 21 grams of protein. It has more fiber, has less fiber than this one, but more protein. This one, again, technically, macro-wise, is 20 grams of protein, a little more than 200 calories. I would say this is disgusting. That rules it out for me, even though maybe like protein-wise it could work. So I would say between these two, the pure protein chocolate deluxe and the cookies and cream right now, these two are neck and neck. This one tastes way better than this one, in my opinion. However, and this one happens to come in at lower calories and more protein. So if you're just looking at protein and calories alone, this one is winning. Now what we have over here, this is called a Built bar made with real chocolate. So this is only 140 calories and there's 7 grams of sugar, 17 grams of protein. So we've got 17 grams of protein. It's a smaller bar. I don't really like coconut, so that's probably going to sway my feelings on it, but it wasn't the coconut taste that actually did me in. It was, you can see the inside. Look at this bar. Okay. So if you can see the inside of that, it had the consistency of like silly putty, which was really gross to chew. Like, I don't know if you've ever done that before, but chewing silly putty is fucking disgusting. As far as the protein blend, it's collagen protein. Okay, so this is kind of a crappier version of protein here. We'll talk more about this in a second, talk at the end, but collagen protein, there's a lot of hype around it at this moment in time, specifically because there are companies like Vital Protein, which have Jennifer Aniston's face all over it, promote the benefits of collagen, which would be like stronger nails, hair, bones, skin, like all these properties that someone would want. However, most of these products are made with really crappy collagen, like the cheaper one. I think it's Denatured Type 2 collagen is the best one. It's more expensive, and it's just not the best form of protein. Protein still counts. It's not like it doesn't work in your body the same way, but you're paying for hype, when in fact you'd be much better off just having whey protein, or even a plant-based rice and pea blend protein. One of the benefits of collagen, you could just order Denatured Type 2 collagen like on Amazon for much cheaper than paying for supplements with that. But that is also why this tasted like shit. Look at that. You wanna eat that? That looks like a fucking disgusting old marshmallow. Like, look at this. It's like look at this. Just while it is less calories, protein-wise it is less. Okay, so out of all these, this is the least amount of calories thus far, but protein-wise, it is also the least amount of protein. So you have to consider that. Like, if I'm grabbing something in a pinch, do I want a little more calories so I get the extra protein? Do I want to break my teeth? Right? So those are some things to consider. This final one is speaking of Jennifer Aniston, this is a Vitals Proteins Jennifer Aniston bar. So it's a protein plus collagen bar. It has 14 grams of protein, so it has less protein than this, but it's 170 calories. So it's 10 less calories than this one, but it's only got 14 grams of protein, which is not a lot. Not a lot for a bar. And it has less than 1 gram of sugar. Before I go into this, I'm gonna try this. I think it's because they wanted it to taste like cold brew. I don't know if in fact they used cold brew in it. I'm hoping not, because I'm filming this later and I'm an old man. Let me just check this date. Decaf coffee powder. Root powder. That's why it tasted very weird. There's also monk fruit extract. Monk fruit is something that you can put in that can give it a little sweetness. It's not high on the glycemic index. However, it does make me very gassy and have to poop. So that's something else to consider here. So again, this tasted very bad. It's one of those, I mean, it's rock solid. It's one that's, so this one is rock solid. You'll probably break your teeth eating it. There's protein in it. There is collagen in it, but again, like I said, it's a lot of hype. This was like $2.50. So you're paying a lot for not a lot. Protein-wise, it's only 14 grams of protein. Ranking protein, this has 20 grams, this has 21 grams, this has 30 grams, this has 20 grams, this has 17 grams, and this one, the collagen vital protein one, only has 14 grams. And it has just 10 calories less than the one that has 21 grams. So if we're going based solely off protein and calories, we don't want a meal replacement bar because, again, this is basically just a fucking candy bar. It's a candy bar that's going to give you diarrhea probably from MedRx. And I would rather see someone eat an actual meal. And even if you're in a pinch, having something like a protein shake or a protein bar and a piece of fruit is going to be more calorie friendly during a fat loss phase and keep you more satiated. This is highly palatable. It's just very sugary, very highly palatable. It's something that you're probably gonna go through very fast. If you enjoy this sort of thing, great. If you're looking for something that's gonna keep you satiated, probably not as great. It does have those 30 grams of protein, but again, just my opinion on it. Save your teeth. This had 140 calories, but only 17 grams of protein, and again, it has collagen protein, and it's just kind of like, it just tastes like just an old dog shit that's been lubed up a little bit. Vulgar, yes. And this Vitals Protein one, least amount of protein out of all the bars, but third ranking for like calories. Quite a bit of calories, not a lot of protein. Weird aftertaste with this one. Almost broke my tooth eating it. The cookies and cream one I really like. It tastes good, that's why I like it. From a macros perspective, 200 calories, 7 grams of fat, 20 grams of protein, 20 carbs. Not too bad at all. You already know my thoughts on this one. If you are plant-based, the no-cow technically has 20 grams of rice pea blend protein, 200 calories listed on here, but I actually think it's more calories. I'm going to do the math and we'll fact check, but 26 grams of carbohydrates, and then they subtract for dietary fiber, which comes, they say 4 net carbs, and then they subtract it from total calories. The way it works is calories come from everything. It doesn't matter if it's net carbs, like fiber is a part of carbohydrates, it still has 4 calories per gram. So this might actually be more calories than they have listed. That's a loophole that a lot of breads and keto products try to use right now. This is the 21 grams of protein, chocolate deluxe, 180 calories, 21 grams of protein, 17 carbs, 2 grams of fiber. I would say, if I have to pick, I would probably go for either the Barbells or the pure protein. Most calorie friendly and protein friendly. Like they actually taste good. That's a big factor. And the other side of it is, so things we covered today, things I want you to consider here, which is very important. Look, this is just my opinion. If you enjoy any of these bars, great. Having a protein bar though, shouldn't be your main source of a meal. That's why I really freaked out when they said this was a meal placement. The last thing we want to use is a protein bar as our main source of protein, simply because it's meant to be like a supplement if we're in a bind. The situations where I would use a protein bar, quite frankly, would be if I knew it was going to be longer than 4 to 6 hours until my next meal. I would have what's called a deliberate snack, right? And this deliberate snack is made up of protein and usually a fiber source to help keep you full until your next meal, right? Instead of going like 8 hours between eating meals where you'll be hungry, and if you're in a fat loss phase, extra hungry, so you might overeat or overindulge, you might as well have a little something that has some protein in it to help you hit your protein goal, to help keep you satiated, and something super easy that you can keep on you. You can totally, if you have a bag, you could totally throw a protein bar and a piece of fruit in there, and that would be an awesome snack. You'd have a decent amount of fiber. You'd have some protein in there too, above 20 grams, which would be great. And calorie-wise, you'd still be within your calorie budget most likely. Would I snack on something like this? No, because it is a fucking candy bar. And while I have no problem with candy bars, sugar is not bad for you. I will say, this is not going to keep you satiated like eating an actual meal. So that's my problem with it. Collagen protein, again, you're better off just having a whey protein or a rice and pea blend protein to get your most bang for your buck for muscle building and also for satiation, for being satiated. And also, if you want the benefits of collagen, you don't have to spend so much money for collagen peptides to put in things. It's not a great supplement. Am I sponsored by any of these bars? No, I picked them up in a CVS pharmacy and I just went down the protein bar aisle. And I hope that clears up for you what you should look for in a protein bar. Don't get yourself a glorified candy bar. Get something that's actually going to be pretty macro friendly and help you reach your fat loss goals. And I'm just super glad you're here. Please, if you haven't already, make sure that you smash that follow button, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, turn on notifications, all that jazz, so you can see when I bring more content like this to my page. I really appreciate you being there. Let me know if you'd like to see me do some more taste tests or reviews or things like that. Something fun I just thought I would do off the top of my head. So without further ado, just remember you're only one day away from getting back on track and one day away from realizing how fucking